Hi guys, and welcome back to a match preview as Forest will host Manchester City, the current champs. Where are you in the league? Fourth. Yeah, we're third. You're fourth. Third versus fourth. Can Forest do this? And we got to get my mates Daps on. Daps from Never a Foul. We are the South Stand MCFC, where he's doing that with Big Steve. Make sure you check it out. It's pinned in the title. I just realized it's a goddamn long name. I hope there'll be enough characters left over in the title.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I need to apologize to any YouTube content creator I collaborate with. It is long.
I was just, as I was saying there, right, I always put the title, the opposition thing at the time. They're looking, we are the South Stand.
So basically, you've just got to put Nottingham Forest v Manchester City match preview with we are the South Stand. And then you'll use about 95 characters.
Well, the whole description will, be covered off as well. So make sure you check it out. And Never a Foul as well. My God. Anyway, ads done. Everything done. Daps, what are you saying, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. Yeah.
You back home now? Been out and about on the road over to Madrid?
I went to Madrid. Madrid was... Do you know I didn't actually get in? Didn't actually go to the game.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You went for the vibes.
I had a ticket, but Madrid's the only. You see, you wouldn't know this, would you, Wolfie? You ain't done Europe for a while.
Been a while, mate. It's been a while since we've had to play Madrid.
So Madrid is the only place that they like. So when you get your ticket, they have to put your name, like the club. Manchester City have to write your name on the ticket, right? And obviously I got my ticket because to get a ticket to Madrid, you have to have crazy points, insane points. But Steve does. So, and then all you do is you get this thing called a flash wipe, and the flash wipe, you can rub the name off and then write a name on. But on match day, and I've never had an issue. Well, a lot of people have issues getting in, right? On match day, misunderstanding, I completely forgot to do it, and then my mate was waiting outside the ground with the flash wipes. Police came along and pushed him into the ground just as I was getting dropped off. Literally just as I was getting dropped off. And because I know how it is when you get up there, they're absolute bastards. So I just go to Steve, do you know what? I'm not even going to bother because there was about 10 of us that didn't have tickets anyway. So they were all in a pub. So I said, do you know what? I'm just going to go and watch it with them.
Yeah, and the vibes are the vibes still.
Vibes are the vibes. European away. It's like, I'll be honest, especially with Madrid away, the worst part of Madrid away is always the game because it's the one ground that will keep you in for an hour and a half after the game as well. So
how does the new stadium look? Like, I haven't been to Spain since they've proper puckered it up. Does it look good from the outside? Is any changes?
Right. So when I first went, they were just starting it. So and then I've been every year, so I've seen it. Like we went on their tour about 2 years ago. It was during the reconstruction, it was awful. The tour was 5 minutes long, literally, because you couldn't go nowhere. Like Barcelona, my mates recently went to Barcelona's stadium tour, and they do some of it with VR.
That stadium's weird because it's a lot lower than anyone expects when you first see it, isn't it?
Madrid's, it looks insane from outside, absolutely unreal. Inside, apart from the fact it's got a roof now, it don't look any different. Maybe they've done a lot in the home end. In the away end, it's literally exactly the same. Like there's nowhere to get food. They just have someone there with a backpack. Literally. So
from Madrid to Plymouth, bro. Madrid to Plymouth. Well, at home.
And then I was up there last weekend for the Plymouth game.
You're saying their fans were loud and proud?
Their fans were good. Their fans were good, man. We were shit. But you know what? It was Plymouth, and it was FA Cup 1750. Quite a lot of my lot didn't go, to be honest with you. And it was just the way it is at the moment.
That's the same across. Yeah, that's the same across. I think all Premier League clubs now. There's a different, a different element of the fan base that goes in. Yeah,
it's not good. It's not good. I think probably at Arsenal, City, Liverpool. Maybe not Chelsea, but anyone with a big stadium that are relevant at the moment, it's a big tourist thing. And
do you think that's something? I'd be interested in your thoughts because we are getting our stadium upgraded. There's still talks maybe that a move, but the majority of fan base are against it. Marinakis wants a 50k.
Oh, you don't want to move. You don't want to move from there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, no, the majority don't want it. But just irrespective of that, do you think Forest expanding to 50k stadium impacts the atmosphere? Did you notice it with your
Personally,
change?
I would, if you can, I would always just try and redevelop on your current stadium and try and keep it like a football stadium. Personally, don't turn it into a bowl. That would be my opinion. I think it holds the holds the atmosphere a lot better. Yeah,
The
man.
tradition.
Although we are at a new stadium, I would, I think most traditional fans still prefer the old stadiums. I think, like, you ask Arsenal fans, they'll probably tell you they miss
Highbury.
Highbury. Definitely, you ask West Ham fans, they 100% miss the
Upton
bowling
Park.
or Upton Park. And I'll be honest with Man United, like, if them lot rebuild, I think it's the worst thing they could ever do, because I think, like, Old Trafford is like, when they call it, they say, oh, Wembley of the North. But why the fuck would you do that? Yeah. You have Old Trafford. Old Trafford carries as much weight as Wembley. Would you agree? Probably Old Trafford.
But I hate them, bro. I'm not going to agree with that.
Bro, I
I'm
hate them.
not.
But
You know I
what I mean?
can't agree
I
with that
find it
stuff.
funny, though. I find it funny that they've got an owner that is really trying to sell this. We want to be Wembley of the North. That shows how he's not in contact with.
Disconnected, yeah.
Because, bro, if you know any Manx, yeah, the last thing they want to be associated with is London
Is Wembley.
and Wembley. Like it's the opposite. We hate that shit. Yeah. So
But the majority of their fan base comes from London. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there's some merit in that. So
maybe.
I thought the true Manx were blue. That's what I always got told.
Ah, you know what? Bro, you know what? It's one of them ones where the truth is it's 50-50, isn't it? It is. It's 50-50.
Is that more recent times, though? When you were
No,
growing up, would you say it was still 50-50?
No, it's always been 50-50. Yeah, it's always been. I mean, I'm old. I'm not that old. But it's always been 50-50 up there. I mean, obviously, I live down here now. But, yeah, up there, I'll be honest, bro. I had as many red friends as I did blue friends.
Interesting. Anyway, speaking of red versus blue, all right? Big game this weekend.
I hate your away kit, by the way, because it confuses the shit out of me. Yeah. Whenever I see it, I think it's us.
I hate it now as well, man. I liked it at the start of the season because we were winning it. Now I hate it. We've been losing it.
It's the same shade, the identical shade to ours. Whenever I see it, I'm like, huh? Well, I thought we weren't playing until later.
I was upstairs. I'd whip it out. It's up. Pause. I'd whip it out. It's upstairs, man. Yeah, I don't like it that much anymore. Like, we were arguing, is it more Man City or more Lazio? So you're saying Man City.
Bo, every time I see it, it just reminds me. I literally have to double glance, think, are we playing today? Yeah, Bo, same with me though. See, this season, our away kit, the one that's the throwback.
Which one? You've had about 4, man. Every time I've seen you play, it's a different away kit.
So we've got the home, then we've got the maroon, which I believe is I don't know which one's our second, which one's our third. We've got the maroon kit, then we've got the kind of like highlighter pen and dark blue one, which is the throwback to the playoff final against Gillingham. And I find that's why it's one of the it flew out of that kit, because it's a throwback to bro, it's almost identical just with Etihad on it. But I find it funny that we've thrown back to that kit in the season that we've been shit. It's like, well, we threw everything back. Literally, we were like, yo, take us back to those days. But yeah, this is a big game, man, because you lot, we've found some form and you lot are trying to find some form.
Yeah, I'm worried about a few players in your team. I want to talk about a couple, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Koshinov, the defender. Now, I know we've discussed him before, but for those who are watching, say, from my channel, I think he's a cracking player. But I think they've held against him those Chelsea mistakes.
Oh, I'm telling you, the media have some mad. Right. I want to say the media has an agenda against him, but what it actually could be is that the truth is most journalists on BBC, Sky,
didn't know him.
They ultimately watch City against Chelsea. And they made their decision after 5 minutes, right? Because since then, like I even said, someone said he was shit against Real Madrid. Look, we weren't good against Real Madrid, but he was probably our best player against Real Madrid. He like we're talking about Vinicius. Did Vinicius do much in that game? Really? No. Like, so, bro, he's unbelievable. And the thing is,
but you playing him as a centre back? Because I remember when you said you thought he may be on the right side.
I still think, right, against you lot, this is the interesting one. So, Akanji is out, Ake is out, John Stones is out, right? Which leaves us with Vardio on the left, we presume.
Is Diaz out?
Now, Diaz should start, right? Okay. So, me personally, I would go Vardio, Diaz, Vardio, Diaz, Vitor Hayes, and Kuzanov. Kuzanov at right back. Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
so you're dropping Nunes from right back. I don't know what he's doing that for.
Me personally, from what I saw Vitor Hayes last week, he looks like a very good defender. Looks very comfortable against. I know it was only against Plymouth. We've seen him twice, half against Leyton Orient, and he's only 18, but he looked very comfortable. We are where we are. I would rather at this point we start seeing maybe what the future could look like than we go and throw another makeshift right back in. But the other thing he could do is he could play Nunes there, and actually I think more than likely what he'll do is he'll play Vardio, Diaz, Kuzanov, and probably Nunes, and then Nunes will go forward and it will become a back three. Vardio. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, and the more I think about it, because then what that means is Vardio will not be going forward because Doku will be playing on the left, and Doku, because ultimately, if you've got kind of a fullback, Vardio, that goes forward up the wing, you can't have Doku there because they're in the same space. So I think, we'll probably go with that, in fact. But Kuzanov, bro, I'm telling you, when we bought him, I went and kind of did a bit of research on him and saw he was strong and saw that he was fast, right? But what I've seen since he's been at us is, firstly, his reading of the game is exceptional. And in quite a few games, although he's playing on the right-hand side, he's ended up reading, a bit like Van der Ven does for Tottenham, reading that the defender on the left-hand side is going to be beaten, and he's coming out of nowhere, covering them. And also his ability on the ball's very good as well. His passing's got really good diagonal passing in him. Do you know what, bro? He just looks like someone who, from young, his dad realised he was good at football and said, you're getting us out the hood.
Yeah, you know what it is? Because he played at Lens, didn't he? That's where you got from. And obviously our ex-keeper, Samba's there. So I do see the odd Lens game. And he caught my eye a couple of times. But the one that's caught my eye the most, right, and I have to talk to you about him, is Marmoush. Because as I've told you many times, right, Forest nearly got him for 25 mil in the summer. He rejected us late on in the window, which means he's definitely going to score on Saturday. So I'm worried about him.
I don't know if
I don't know how you'd fit him in against Forest. If we're going to play quite deep, I think he needs some grass to run into. Like, how have you assessed him coming in?
And do you think on that 100%?
Do you think he'll work?
Nah. Do you know what, right? Against Plymouth, one thing that frustrated me a bit in the Plymouth game is that I feel like right now there's two ways there's almost like two teams for City going forward. There's the slow, patient build-up City, which is what we're trying to phase out of. And then there's the, balls over the top, players with pace that can run onto them.
Against Chelsea, I thought they were very good.
Yeah, and against Tottenham, we were doing that with a lot of effect. And to be fair, against Plymouth, it was like the lineup was the slow build-up, but then the message hadn't been given to maybe the midfielders and the defenders, and they were trying to play long balls, and it was like, but we haven't got Haaland playing to hold up the ball, because this long ball thing has brought Haaland out of his shell a bit more, in that now Haaland is dropping a little bit deeper, holding the ball up and bringing other players into the game. It's not all about Haaland no more. And I think Haaland's going to thrive off of that. It might mean we don't see Haaland get the numbers that he did in his first or second season, but I think
his effectiveness increases.
And like, I don't know, less frustration from Haaland, because at times you can see Haaland's been getting frustrated, whereas I think with that, but against you lot, I don't really see how the Marmoush thing works.
Do you think he starts? Do you think he starts against Forest?
Nah, because I think if we do, right, the reason why Arsenal managed to get a draw against you lot, yeah, is because Arsenal are more than happy to defend, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're more than happy to defend against Nottingham Forest, you kind of stump Nottingham Forest a little bit, because what Nottingham Forest do so damn well is the transitions and the counters, right? So I think if Pep isn't being usual stubborn Pep and goes, do you know what? Yeah, we can't go. But knowing Pep will probably go, nah, fuck it. Let's try and beat him at their own game. But I think that's a risk. It's the only way you play Marmoush.
I just don't think he will. I think even if you tried to play us our own game, all we're going to do is lump the ball into your half,
Yep,
give it to you. And unless you're going to lump it straight back, you're going to have to come up with us.
Yeah, and then Pep would rather play football. So then, you're probably not going to see Marmoush. Maybe you might see Marmoush when the game gets stretched in about the 65th, 70th minute. But I'd be surprised if we see him start.
So what do you think your kind of forward shape will be, and who do you think will be in there?
Haaland will start. I think Doku will start.
Him and Einar have had the whole thing now on Snapchat.
I think Doku's earned a place in the team recently as well.
Is he too Alanson maximum for you? It's just
nah, bro. You know what? I hear it. First season, he definitely was. He's getting better, right? He's getting better against Tottenham. If Savio and Haaland kind of took their chances, Doku would have been on a hat trick of assists in the first half. He played well against.
Yeah, he cooked that one.
Yeah, he's been cooking recently. I can't lie, he has been. Grealish looked good against Plymouth as well. To be fair, as well, I thought Grealish was quite good. So
he looked good against us. The one time he played him in the eight.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, when Grealish plays, generally he's looked good this season. It's just he hasn't played much, and it's one of them ones where, like, I think he's just fallen out of favour with Pep. Do
you reckon he leaves in the summer?
I think I don't want him to, because, like, there's so many players that I think, right, there's
need to go before him.
Yeah, it's one of them ones where I don't want to sell 8-9 players in one window, right? And it's we're going to do a show soon on the South Stand where we kind of look at realistically which ones. Like, I'd rather De Bruyne leaves than Grealish goes. But also saying that, I would rather Grealish is played in an 8 role. Yeah. Pep's not going to do that. So that would be, I'd keep Grealish and go, do you know what? Let's play him in an 8 role, because he's got energy. He drives with the ball well. Like, bro, Grealish would cook in the 8 role. He did against you lot, in fact.
He did against us.
He did against you lot. But
we gave him all the space in the world to do it.
Yeah. But it's one of those ones where Grealish is so damn good at making sure he is in between the ball and the player. In whatever angle you try and come at him, we'll make sure the ball is as far away from you as possible. And the only way to get it is you go through him.
Foul him.
And it's a foul. So, so I don't know. I think we'll probably end up seeing Foden, I would imagine. Foden, Haaland.
Savinho on the right, maybe? Is he still?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
He's a funny one, because I thought,
I don't know,
we talked about him earlier on in the season. I thought once he got his goal that he was clearly overfishing for, that he was going to kick on, like proper kick on.
And he did. But now he's starting to go back.
Is it like he hasn't had the goal for a while, therefore I need to get another goal kind of thing? Is that would you read it like that?
Yeah.
But he looks so talented, man.
Yeah,
I remember in the first game against Chelsea, I was like, whoa, what's this guy saying, man?
It's one of these things where it was only a few seasons ago that people were allowed a season to land and that people would take into consideration people's age, but it's not anymore. It's kind of like, don't matter how old you are, and don't matter if you've been here 3 months or 3 years, like, we're going to judge you based on the here and now. But I do think it's his first season playing in a City side that hasn't been performing well. I think Savio's been good. I don't think he hasn't blown me away. Like, I'm not there going, oh my God, Savio is the best winger I've seen in a long time. Yeah. But he's good. It's a good first season.
I think there's something special about him.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I'm saying? I just think it's got to be unlocked. I think it's got to be unlocked.
Yeah.
When
And
it does,
look,
he looks special.
Mahrez wasn't great in his first season for us, to be fair.
Yeah.
It took Mahrez a second. So I think you can judge players like Savio next season when we've got Rodri back and when we've got a more solid defence, because the fact that our defence just leaks goals for fun, that has impacted everyone going forward as well. So, but this is a big one, man, because
I was going to say, how are you seeing this one then? Talk us through how
hard
you
game,
think
man.
this plays out.
For me, this is like we've had this massive run of games where everyone we've been playing is a big team.
Including
and
this.
I always said, well, no, because by the time I saw the run-in, which was kind of December, I'm looking at the January, February, early March run-in, and I saw Forest, and I'm like, fucking hell, Forest away is a difficult game. In fact, Forest away last season, I think we won 1-0, didn't we?
Yeah, and season 4 we drew with you.
You lot should have. You lot should have scored a few against us last year.
I can't remember it. You know what it is with us against you, man? Chris Wood supports Man City. And he just he refuses to score against you, man.
I'm now on my channel, bro. It is like that. And last season, he missed a couple of sitters again.
Yeah, even this season, when you went 1-0 up at the Etihad, he missed one that he was banging in when he was like red hot in form at that time.
Once a blue, always a blue.
Maybe we play Taiwo. Oh, God, I don't know. But yeah, go on. So how are you seeing this one then? How are you seeing it?
I mean, I'd take a draw. But don't get me wrong, like the form you're in at the moment, I think it's given us probably a bit more hope than we would have had a few weeks ago. But still a tough ground to come to, and it's a tough one for us because of how you play. We have to be very careful because if we're not careful, you could beat us 2-3 by 2 or 3 because your style's not the type that we play well against.
It says as long as we don't show you the respect level we showed you at your ground, that annoyed me. I didn't mind losing to you. It's the fact that we just said, "Oh, we're at the home of the champions," and it wasn't like Nuno at all. So he's done that against you, and he's done it against Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll let him do that at the City ground. That's the thing with me.
Nah, and we need the 3 points badly because the 3 points all of a sudden it really. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I've got my eye on second place. That's where I am now. Like I'm not saying we're gonna get second place, but I've got my eye on second place. Like in this season to finish, of course you have. But in this season to finish above Arsenal and win the cup, Oh, you're still in that as well, actually, aren't you?
Still in that. We're very similar this season.
So we might play you one more time this season.
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell, man.
Wembley.
It's weird. It's crazy when you look at it. Forest and City are fighting for the exact same things this season.
We are.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, that's why you went and got the away kit. You're trying to copy us.
Go on, bro. Give me a score prediction then. What are you saying on this?
I am going to go 2-2.
2-2. Wow. How the hell do you think we're scoring 2 goals against?
Have you seen our defense this season?
Yeah, I know. Every man, LB keeps telling me that as well. Have you seen our defense?
This is not to do with you. This is to do with our defense.
You just bigged up Cousin. You've always bigged up Diaz. I said how important Diaz is. And now you're saying, have you seen our defense?
It's true, but PTSD, like.
All right. I'll take 2-2. Bro, if honestly, I wouldn't even want the game to be played if you gave me 2-2 right now. Let's cancel the game. I'll take 2-2.
I feel like it should be 2-1 us then, but I'm going to stick with 2-2.
I'm saying 2-0 you. I've said 2-0 to you.
I'll take
I don't like the form we're in. So
if we beat you 2-0, you got to be worried about Champions League football, wouldn't you?
No, because it opens up for us. I just want this game out of the way.
Same.
Out of the way. Because the only other hard game we've got is Villa away in a few games' time. Outside of that, 8 of the last 10 we play are bottom half teams. I just need this run to finish, man. We've had you, Arsenal, Newcastle, Fulham, Bournemouth, all bogey teams.
Bro, same as us as well. We've had a mad run. After this, we got Villa at home. We got United away. We've played Chelsea both games. We played Tottenham both games. We played Arsenal both games.
It opens up,
It opens up for us as well.
I say let's take a draw, bro, and then let's focus on our own games after.
Focus on the FA Cup and we'll meet you in the final.
Exactly.
There we go.
Well, there will be, by the time you're watching this, a preview done over on Daps' channel. We are the South Stand, MCFC, longest title in the world. So I'll leave that in the description as well for you to go check it out. I can only imagine how long that hyperlink will be
You call
to
it
put in the description.
What?
Huh?
What's? We
Oh, you've
are
gone for
the
this one.
What's.
Okay.
I
Not as good as NAF. But make sure you've subscribed there. Make sure you've hit the like button and subscribed here if you're new. Get your score predictions in down below. And if you're watching what me and Daps are about to go and do, we'll see you there. If not, I'm on you Reds.
And also, you will see Wolfie on Never a Foul on Sunday evening.
Oh, you're going to be there?
Sunday evening I will be. Saturday evening I won't be.
Actually, I'm only
Sunday
there on the
evening,
Saturday, not on the Sunday.
I'm not there on the Saturday. Oh, dodging the
Oh,
eye.
you better not hide, boy. All right, we'll see you later, you Reds.